No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here.
I'm 22 with No Jumper is going broke. And it's true. This is not a rumor. I'm going to attach a clip of him explaining why he went broke. He addressed it publicly. He said he always been honest with his fan base about just about everything in his life. So he's going to be honest with what's going on with No Jumper right now. But I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, which is probably based off of facts, why they're going broke. He lost a lot of his fan base. You know, when No Jumper first came around, it was the hot podcast. He had a lot of guests, a lot of co-hosts, but over time, it just became more transparent on how brutal he is to our culture and how brutal he is to, you know, the feds. Basically, he just set people up to get on his show and talk about a whole bunch of crimes and talk about a whole bunch of stuff that they have done, and it's really a setup. You know what I'm saying? He making a whole bunch of money and everybody go to jail, period. So, you know, the rumor and the labels that he have acquired about Adam 22, he the feds, he the police, just like Vlad, they the police. They get a whole bunch of people on there. They give them a couple dollars to talk about a whole bunch of dirt, and then they go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, he lost a whole lot of his fan base. And you gonna hear the reasons why he say that they losing money and things like that, which is got to play a part to it. But you know, still, you don't have the same fan base that you had when you first started, because once your true colors is being revealed, people don't want to mess with you no more. People don't want to support you no more. You know what I'm saying? No matter how interesting it is, you know, you still got some people that will support you, but a lot of people that's not gonna support you. And on today's podcast, Kingston, he's about to go to prison. Him and his mama about to go to prison. I'm going to attach a small clip on that. And Wes Watson, he thinks Mexicans cannot physically get built. So I want to hear y'all opinions on a lot of this stuff, but let's just get some shit rolling right now.
Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke? Well, let's start here. We expanded too much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic would continue. And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting 6 figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more. Our Patreon, which was absolutely killing it for a year or two when we were doing uncensored, aka nude interviews with up-and-coming superstars like Kazumi and Sky Bree, fell off quite a bit with the launch of Plug Talk and a decreased interest in seeing us interview stars. In addition to that, you might recall that the channel took quite a hit when approximately 8 of our hosts left the platform in March of 2023. Although we've definitely largely recovered and managed to build up a very healthy roster of talent since then, that certainly took a toll on our business for a while as well. All that stuff hurt the business, but we were still solidly profitable. That is, until the last few months, where we experienced 2 major L's that we never could have seen coming. First, we lost the No Jumper Instagram. After almost 10 years of building it up and essentially no strikes on our account, we got taken down one day and we still have absolutely no idea why. We've had no luck getting it back despite being in contact with what seems like every Instagram recovery guy on the face of the planet. We were bringing in a very solid amount of cash monthly that was keeping us afloat via selling sponsored posts on the account, and that mostly vanished overnight. And while we've been growing the new No Jumper LA account up ever since and managing to sell sponsored collab posts using my Instagram and the No Jumper LA account, DM or email if interested. interested. We aren't making anywhere near as much from Instagram now. Side note, if you're a Meta rep, please DM me. I would love to speak to anyone who could help with this. And second, in addition to that, we have been hit with a bullshit lawsuit from a former employee. Now, essentially everything in this lawsuit is completely fictional, and every lawyer that I've spoken to about it has described this as basically an extortion attempt, but it still cost us a ton of money already, and it's expected to cost us many hundreds of thousands of dollars to see this through to completion. It's insane to me that a person that we did so much for can just invent some grievances out of thin air and cost us this much money as a result. This person has literally lost every single friend that he used to have when he worked at No Jumper. His streaming career has completely tanked, and he even got kicked off the podcast that he left No Jumper to start into this piece of shit. So as a result of all these circumstances, we are making some changes. Over the last few months, we laid off multiple employees in an attempt to reduce our expenses as much as possible. We closed down our store on Melrose, and we're in the early stages of selling our current warehouse and moving into a smaller space. To be honest, aside from the layoffs, which sucked, I'm pretty happy about a lot of these changes. I've realized that I should have paid more attention to DJ Vlad and kept my overhead as low as possible, particularly in terms of staff and location. I'm confident that once we get the building sold, we'll be in a pretty solid financial position again as a business. Oh, and I also just want to note that I am talking about No Jumper as a business. I've got another business in the form of Plug Talk, and I've got a pretty decent investment portfolio on a personal level. I mean, shit, I'm not $2 million in debt, and I never had to file for bankruptcy like T-Rel. But I honestly spend pretty much all of my time trying to create as much content as possible with No Jumper, and I can't really justify doing so unless the fundamentals of the business make sense. It was a big decision to share this stuff with you guys, but at a certain point I realized that I've been honest with the world about just about everything in my life over the years, and it felt wrong to keep all this stuff that we've been dealing with in secret. So I know what you're thinking. What can you do to help? Well, I do have some ideas, which I'll sort into 3 categories here: free, cheap, and generous. Free. Obviously, I'm infinitely thankful to anyone who watches our content at all, follows us on the @NoJumperLA Instagram, and in particular, those of you who drop likes and comments on our videos and Instagram posts. In the long run, that stuff is super helpful. Cheap. We are really trying to get serious about embracing our members here on YouTube. For $5 a month, we've got a ton of awesome benefits, including being able to watch all of our interviews free of censorship and bleeped words before they're released to the public. Members only chat for all of our live stream content, and we're just going to be prioritizing a lot of our most requested content and trying to do that live for members only. So for any of you who are down to spend $5 a month to help support the business, we're just going to try to keep adding more and more stuff to make that an easy decision for you guys who are down to support. And for those of you who have more money to spend, we're introducing a mega premium $100 tier to our memberships that will get your name added to the end of all our videos, and it will also get you consistent advice and opinions on your music submissions with 1 free submission per month and discounted additional songs. Basically, we're just trying to do as much as possible for anybody who's down to join this tier. So we're going to hype you up on our live streams and try to really give you actual professional advice about what we think that you should do with your career and everything like that. And, we're going to try to add even more value for that $100 tier as time goes by. Also, if you own or work for a brand and would like to sponsor the podcast, please reach out to Josh at nojumper.com. We're also selling collab promotional posts using the NoJumperLA and Adam22 Instagram accounts. So again, if you want to hit up Josh at nojumper.com, he can give you all the information about it.
Yeah, but you heard it straight from him, from the horse's mouth, by he's saying that they are going broke, which I can understand. You had a whole bunch of people at home doing nothing but watching TV, playing the game or whatever, watching YouTube. So, yeah, you probably did have some views, you know what I mean? A lot of views. But, a lot of people that you lost that was co-hosting with you, you probably put them in jail, or the reason why they went to jail by letting them talk too much. If I had somebody on my team, we was doing a podcast, and I needed him, he was an asset to me, I'm not about to sit here and let him confess to crime, something that could potentially take him away from me. And at the end of the day, that's what Adam to the 22 does to people that hops on this show. You got to think about it. He just recently lost 2 people from the LA squad. He lost Brick Baby, which he really loved to have Brick Baby on there just babbling his mouth. Big Brick Baby just giving all the beans, giving all the gossip. I don't understand how people could get on the internet and tell their own personal business, but you telling other people personal business, street business, like the feds ain't on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? And then he lost 4 Extra. You know, which 4 Extra, he was kind of like a risky asset anyway. You know, he's a risky person to have around anyway, and you took that risk and he lost. But he did lose 2 guys right there. Flacco don't work with him no more. That's probably the person with the lawsuit in question. But yeah, you heard it from his mouth. No Jumper as Adam 22 is going broke. And I have no opinion on that. I have no thoughts on that. He's a hard worker. I hope everything gets better for him. I hope he could find himself out of his financial problems. And, you know, I hope everybody could thrive. You know what I mean? But y'all just got to be careful dealing with him. All right, so right there, you see Sean Kingston and his mama walking in court like they going to a wedding or something, wearing all white, like y'all in court, buddy. But the allegations is that they has been doing fraud. They just been making a whole bunch of deals with people, promising a whole bunch of stuff, getting a whole bunch of services from people, like house renovations, even high-end luxury cars, and not paying for it. They've been bartering these deals and negotiating these deals to where they receive certain things, certain services, certain items, and they never pay for them. And it's been going on for years. And actually a civil suit is what brought them to the radar, because a company had gave them a discount on some work that they wanted to have done. And Sean Kingston was like, you know, me and Justin Bieber, we'll perform for you if y'all give us this discount. So not only did the people get them that discount and Sean Kingston and Justin Bieber never performed, they also never got paid. You see what I'm saying? So they just got the work done for free. But the people who he did that to, they want their money back. So they filed a civil suit. And then shit just started hitting the fan. Everybody started saying like, yeah, they owe me money too. They did the same thing to me. So the feds got on them. And they fighting federal cases. And they already been convicted. So both of them are going to prison right now. Sean Kingston was actually shedding tears in court. He was trying to get his mama to be saved, but his mama was the one that really, I feel like, brought him into it, because she faced similar charges like this in the past. So it's no doubt that, you know, she was the one that brung it back up and got her son into it, like put her son on like, yeah, we could do this, you know. And, you know, he got volition and free will to do whatever he want to do, but you know, if something's being proposed to you by someone that you love, someone who you trust, you know, especially your mama, you know what I'm saying, you think it's foolproof, which, you know, ain't nothing foolproof, man. What goes on in the dark gonna come to the light, man. You can't do nothing and get away with it. That's why I'm telling everybody on my channel, like, don't do crime, man. Everybody going to jail for their crimes. Lil Durk went to jail for the shit that he did. Yellow Beezy just got indicted for the shit that he did. He thought he skated for 4 years. That's what I'm saying. It don't pay to do crime, man. Like, you know, Sean Kingston was another person that was financially set up real well. But his money can't save him right now, you know? It can't save him right now. When the feds want you, when the feds indict you, and the feds convict you, you're doing time. So, yeah, they doing time right now. That was them entering the courtroom. And all I can say is stay out of trouble. And let's talk about Wes Watson right now. Ugh. Beating the shit out of dude. Did y'all watch the full video, man? Dude, Wes Watson beat him up for like 2 or 3 minutes. But in all actuality, dude got what he was asking for. He went to the gym where Wes Watson was. He set his camera up and recorded his own ass whooping. I can't make this up. He set his camera down, walked up to 4 dudes that are friends with each other, thinking he just about to fight one of them, and like he ain't gonna get jumped. Dog, if you walk up to me and you walk up to one of my homies and you trying to fight one of my homies, bro, you better act like you see the rest of us standing here, because yeah, we gonna beat the mess out of you. But in all actuality, dude didn't get jumped. He just thought he got jumped. He got beat up so bad he think he got jumped. He probably thought he got jumped by everybody in the gym. Nah, bro, that was just one man whooping on you. And his friends just did what any group of other friends gonna do. They snuck in a kick or so, but he got kicked one time from another guy. You know what I'm saying? But no, dog, that was a one-on-one fight. And if you watch the full video, dude wasn't I don't know what the black dude got going on. And I know it's a lot of people that think Wes Watson is racist. Whether he's racist or not, he was minding his own business. Don't walk up looking for trouble. You don't gotta be the one to set every racist person straight in America. You don't gotta walk up on a racist man. Oh, you racist, I wanna fight you then. Leave people alone. If he racist, let them be racist. You see what I'm saying? Like point blank period. Leave people alone, man. You got beat up, man. I'm talking about you got beat up bad. But I salute that dude because he got a chin on him. I promise if I got punched, I hope I never get punched that many times. Please. And Wes Watson ain't no little dude. Everybody saying like, oh, he punched, he got pillow hands. He must not hit hard. Dog, dude was hitting, Wes Watson was hitting my dude hard. Dude just got a strong chin, man. He just could take a ass whooping. Point blank period. Like, stop hating on the man. Stop being so negative. You know what I'm saying? But since this altercation and before this altercation, Wes Watson has been doing a really good job at ruining his own life. And I think it's because he took steroids. Like, you see how built and muscular he is? You know what I'm saying? He got roid rage. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at his page, every video that he posts, he's snapping. He's snapping on nobody in particular. He's just, y'all jealous, y'all can't do this. And he got a whole lot to say, and he just going off like, man, you is rich. You made, at one point in time, $2.5 million a month. Can't nothing nobody could say to me make me mad. Nobody. I don't care what you call me. I don't care what you say about me. I'm rich. Get your money up. I'm out here driving Bugattis and Range Rovers and Rolls Royces and stuff. You see what I'm talking about? But yeah, so Wes Watson, he been making a pretty a complete fool of himself. And then it's a video, man. It's a lot of video. Like, now they talking about, like, you know, he exposed himself, you know what I'm saying, privately, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, and it got out like, oh man, he's a midget, you know what I'm saying? And now the whole internet is talking about his privates. Like, what is going on right there? Like, that's weird for, you know, people to be discussing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Flacco, he said he watched the video 100 times. Like, damn, you wanted to see that man's Johnson 100 times? Yeah, it's weird, man. This internet stuff, man, it's beginning to become too much for me. But yeah, I encourage y'all to watch the whole fight. But look, I'm about to play some clips of it right now.